Kamal Patel. He is a seasoned technologist and consultant with Airweb Solutions. His background is in low latency trading platforms, but applies workflow efficient methodologies to all types of businesses. His motto is do the things you love and automate the things you don't. So I'll pass over to Kamal.
Thank you very much, Lydia and the team. First of all, I just want to say thanks for inviting me to talk to you all today. I think what you guys are doing is absolutely wonderful. I think there's so much need to share information at this time, and you know, definitely, you know, even a little bit of help is going a long way with small businesses. I see it every day with the people that I work with. So yeah, well done, guys. Right then, am I okay to share my screen now, guys?
Sure.
Okay. Just tell me if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Right. So, during the lockdown period and the enforced social distancing rules, businesses have been really forced to think about their business continuity plan and how they could better manage their risks due to the sudden global disruption. The burning question for most of us is, how do we generate a revenue whilst my premises is closed to the public? Okay. So first of all, why am I here? Why am I talking to you? Okay. So the short version is that I'm a technologist, a consultant with experience in a number of technology areas, but at heart, I'm a software developer. So I see the world in an ordered and objective manner with a clear need to workflow operations, right? I have a deep passion for automation and workflow efficiency. In all the solutions that myself and the company have delivered to our clients across different industry verticals, we've always kept an eye on how we can add value by simplifying the operations of a business through technology systems, either bespoke or third party. We first assess if a requirement can be filled with an existing solution in the marketplace. And if not, we look at integrating a combination of third-party platforms to deliver the right solution for the client. And if this fails, we look at building a system, excuse me, that is fit for purpose and sustainable for the client's perspective. So in everything we do, we try and understand what the client's looking at how their operations work and seeing what they really need. Okay, so it's not a case where we just, you know, we just apply technology willy-nilly. Let me move on to the next slide. Okay. So our objectives for today, why do we need to look at improving our operations? As we emerge from a prolonged period of uncertainty, the phrase new normal has been used to describe the way in which we will conduct ourselves personally and professionally, given the risks we face globally. The new normal sees businesses of all sizes rearrange their operations and practices to consider client and worker safety and interactions. It sees businesses adopt new ways of getting things done without increasing health risks to all parties. What if this new normal is actually the way we should have been working some time ago? What if the new methods and efficient approaches to business operations could have been put in place before COVID-19 pandemic? Until there is a real need to stop and look at the way in which we conduct business from all angles, many businesses don't see the justification for change, even if the change will benefit businesses' bottom line. In most cases, we're too busy to allocate the time and resource to enhance the business's operation and the way in which we engage with our customers. Even though the impact of the pandemic has been devastating and will no doubt lead to difficult times for most, it is undeniable that it's in this very pandemic and the lockdown period that has inevitably forced us to enhance our business operations we previously didn't have the capacity to do. Right. Some of the questions we should be asking ourselves in order to identify our key objectives are: how do we improve customer engagement in a safe and healthy manner without damaging the interaction between staff and customer? How do we conduct our business and run a lean and cost-effective operation without spreading ourselves too thinly? And hence, is there a better way for us to manage all aspects of the business without losing focus on what is important? How do we introduce new channels of revenue and enhance the existing ones? Are there easier ways to generate revenue and ensure a more sustainable way of staying in business even when the doors are closed? How do we provide a more consistent customer experience and build lasting customer loyalty that will help us ride out current and future adverse circumstances? And finally, how do you let people know about your business and your brand and attract new customers? I think these are really, really important. I think this is what really sums up the current situation that businesses are finding right now. And I think these are hopefully the questions that are resonating through the business community. Right, how do we start to achieve our objectives, right? Clearly, there are many ways to approach the response to these questions, but all of them require an understanding of your current process and workflows. In most cases, there'll be opportunities to improve the way we do things. And there are three main ways I would recommend to achieve this with technology. Firstly, automation. We can look at tools and systems that will allow us to automate basic repetitive tasks like repeat invoicing or customer notifications. In doing so, we'll spend more time on the worthier tasks and activities with peace of mind that less taxing jobs are being done on time. Secondly, outsource. If a process cannot be automated, maybe the option is to ease your burden and improve the overall workflow of your business is to outsource certain functions of your business. For example, your IT support. Should you spend hours looking at fixing your Wi-Fi or PC when you could easily outsource this to a trusted IT firm who could sort out your technical issues remotely without disrupting your staff or customers within a few minutes? And thirdly, subscribe. There are a huge number of services available to businesses and individuals that offer web or app-based solutions at low monthly costs, and in most cases without any contractual tie-in periods. This affords the flexibility to use a service for a certain period of time and switch to a better one if you wish, or cancel. The idea here is to use existing solutions. This could range from accounting services to social media. There's an app for everything. A really good way of assessing which options is best for each of your business processes is to simply put each process into 3 columns and start looking at the correct solutions. If you find there is no existing cloud subscription for a particular process, move it into the outsource column and find a suitable provider you feel comfortable with. Again, keep in mind that the idea is to find better ways to get things done and free yourself and your staff time so you can focus more on core business functions and increase service levels to customers. What should we be looking to improve the way we run our businesses? Right, depending on your type of business, there are a long list of services and technologies that would ensure a smooth operation. However, given the time we have today, I'll be focusing on the main areas that would be useful to all retail and hospitality businesses, okay? So the first one we're looking at is cloud EPOS systems, okay? It's likely you all have some kind of custom billing or EPOS solution, either in-house or cloud. If you're using a cloud-based system or considering it, the benefits could include integrating with third-party platforms like payment gateways, CRMs, and loyalty systems, remote sales dashboards. In some cases, a business owner may not be on site to check daily sales, etc. He may be on holiday, he or she may be on holiday, or doing deliveries, in fact. The cloud solution will provide an opportunity for the owner or the manager to stay in touch with what's happening back on the premises at all times. Identify buying patterns. Given the huge amount of data collected by modern POS systems, your cloud POS solution will give you valuable insight into the trends and buying patterns of your customers, daily, weekly, and seasonally. This will enable you to anticipate future trends and plan your business and manage your teams accordingly. Targeted marketing campaigns. With sales and product information, customer buying habits, you could set sales and multi-buy incentives based on this information and target them to specific groups of customers. Sorry, I need to move that across here. So for example, you could offer a free pastry to those customers that have not entered your premises for a few weeks, but have purchased a pastry with their coffee in the past. This will ensure you're offering customers exactly what they want and physically drive people through the front door. So when I've spoken to a lot of my retail and hospitality customers, one of the things that they struggle with is, you know, they do all the marketing and whatnot, but they say, Kamal, you know, how do we get people physically through the door? What I've found in the past is the only way to really do that is through targeted marketing, but you can only do that if you know exactly what the individual customer wants. So I think this is probably one of the most important points for Cloud POS, right? Stock management. well, we all know what stock management, stock control is, but it can't be overlooked when you're choosing a cloud POS solution. Outdoor events and remote payments. Cloud POS solutions are really useful in remote scenarios. You may be involved in a corporate event off-site or even a community event in your local area. Either way, you can manage all orders and payments remotely and integrate your sales data as you would in your own premises. Use the data to review your events, review streams, and see if more similar events will increase your opportunity for generating further revenue. Without the data, you won't be able to see what activities are working for your business. So I think in this case, you need to really be able to analyze that data and say, okay, well, you know, what percentage of my business is coming from which activities? Okay, digital customer loyalty. As an extension of your POS system, or even an independent solution, a customer loyalty program is excellent for keeping customers engaged and ensure they return. A further benefit of digital loyalty system is the removal of any physical loyalty cards. This is great because people lose cards or forget how many points they have. A digital loyalty system ensures less paper, less management, and an easier way to reward your customers without fuss. Some loyalty systems not only reward your customers based on their spend, but also give additional rewards for physically purchasing within your premises. We all know that if a customer comes into your premises, you've got a higher opportunity of selling them products. So this is why you need to reward your customers for actually coming into your premises. This will ensure your customers feel wanted and will build real loyalty based on the points awarded. An easy way to capture physical customer activity is through simple QR or password login screens, either at the counter or at the table. We would recommend QR code logins because it reduces the time and improves the customer journey, either at the counter or at the table. So it's a lot smoother. If your loyalty system is integrated with your POS, you should be able to link transactions easily with your customer information and create, again, the targeted marketing campaigns based on buying habits. I think this is really important. And you'll notice that when I talk throughout this presentation, I mention this a lot. Streamlined ordering processes. Okay. Whether your customers are ordering at the counter or at their table, from the hotel room or at home, one thing every business owner must understand is the ordering process that they expect their customers to go through. It's this experience that will either leave your customers satisfied and confident that their order will arrive on time and in good condition. Facilitate table ordering, which for most of you is priority given the reopening of social distancing requirements. This will be a game changer for most businesses as it will ensure customers and staff limit their interaction and are able to simplify the ordering process. No more customers waiting for a member of staff to take their order, and no more stressed out waiting staff being called from all directions for service. You may even be able to reallocate your staff's focus and spend more time keeping the premises clean and safe. Okay. Customers can also benefit from a cashless payment scenario, either at the counter, and again, minimize the interaction and dependency on staff. What we're trying to achieve here is a smooth experience and ensure your transactions between the customers and business is really simple. If you're offering a takeaway service, you should consider a pre-order service to help customers save time when they come to collect their items. This could be applied to not only restaurants and cafes, but retail as well. And I think, given the changes that we're all experiencing and given the technologies that most of us are looking at the moment, I think, we could probably see this increasing more in the retail space as well. I think the online ordering delivery, there's going to be shorter delivery times, and I think it's going to extend to more than just food and drinks. Okay. Okay. Offer online services for bookings, reservations, and purchasing. With regards to increasing revenue channels, you can make your products and services available and maximize customer spend by offering online booking, delivery, and collection options. A lot of services provide you with the option for booking and ordering and collection, but some of them don't, give you the option to prepay. In which case, if the customer doesn't end up coming to collect or whatever, the business has lost that money and revenue. So, consider those features when you're looking at your online system as well. In terms of restaurants and cafes, most delivery or collection ordering platforms charge a hefty fee for the privilege of their services. We know who I'm talking about here. More and more businesses are looking at direct ordering channels for their customers and ensure commissions to third-party delivery services are kept to a minimum. In some cases, these third-party channels are used to attract new customers and then incentivize the customer to order through their own website or mobile app going forward. Recently, we've seen this type of shift in not just restaurants, cafes, and hospitality. We've seen it in service industries and service businesses such as hairdressers, massage parlors, and beauty parlors. They also pay commissions to third-party booking platforms to increase their brand awareness and generate new customer leads. And now what they're doing is they're offering free items or discounts if customers book directly in the future. So definitely this should be something that small businesses, well, all businesses should be thinking about, because the commissions are quite high in some cases. So just check how much commission you're paying, each month or each quarter.
I'm in.
And then you'll be able to see, how much of your commission money you can reallocate to a system or some technology, So what we don't want to do is add on overheads to the business unnecessarily. Let's look at guest Wi-Fi. So there's arguments for and against guest Wi-Fi. I think a lot of businesses feel that, if they're offering Wi-Fi, they're adding value, they're giving a reason for people to come and sit at the tables. But at the same time, others believe that giving free Wi-Fi means that they're going to tie up the tables, right? So there's ways and means of kind of circumventing those kind of issues. It's a good idea to provide free Wi-Fi and limit the session times if you feel you need a faster turnaround. If you do provide free Wi-Fi, make sure you provide a high-speed internet facility, as poor experience with free Wi-Fi could lead to frustration and a poor customer experience. Okay, there's key phrases that I'm going to keep mentioning, and customer experience is one of them. You want them to be relaxed and happy and walk out with a smile and hopefully leave a positive review. Make the Wi-Fi password visible and easy to access to all of your staff, so they're not constantly spending time spelling out the Wi-Fi password while other customers are waiting to get served. Use the third-party guest Wi-Fi solutions that enable your customers to access the services via social media account. This will not only ensure your customers can enjoy the free service, but also gain you additional social media followers online. In some cases, when you connect to a free Wi-Fi service, there's a splash page presented to the customer where they have to log in or enter their details. You should make sure that in this page you capture contact details for future marketing, and to also share valuable information about your services and products. Ensure customers are kept up to date. By the way, email is still the most effective form of digital marketing in terms of engagement and conversion. So try not to disregard the collection of emails of your customers. I'm sure Lydia will be able to add more information onto that one. Digital marketing. This brings me on to digital marketing. For most of you, you've spent some time deciding on a brand name and logo, and for some of you, even engaging online with your audience and sharing various content and information through social media and your website. In order to maximize your brand presence online, we recommend addressing the channels that will ensure you are seen consistently online and tells your customers and potential customers that you have a plan and that you are current. A basic but holistic approach to digital marketing would include search engine optimization to help drive organic traffic to your website through fresh website content in the form of news articles and blogs, as well as off-page SEO link building programs. Social media marketing across social channels such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, making sure you present a consistent look and feel that matches your brand. I think there's so many companies that you see out there that just throw together their profile backgrounds and covers, and it doesn't look good. It leaves a really poor impression of that company, and it just shows that all they're trying to do is tick a box and they're not actively trying to manage it. So it's really important to have a consistent brand across all of your channels digitally. Okay. Right. Okay. Social media marketing across channels of Facebook. So online business directory is a really good one as well. I'm sure most of you are on TripAdvisor or Zomato or something similar. Negative reviews and positive reviews are all good, right? You know, sometimes it hurts when you get a negative review, but it's another opportunity to talk to your audience. So we always say to you know, obviously be polite, you know, don't be offensive, take it on the chin, and try and talk in the, or respond in the way that you want your next set of viewers to kind of perceive you, right? So use the emails you have for your customers, as long as they're happy for you to communicate with them via this method, and keep them informed of news and offers. If you can, you know, if you can mail at least once a month, that's fine. I think more than twice might be a bit annoying, unless you've got, you know, unless you've got a lot of weekly offers and changes in your business, but you've got to justify it, I think. So just be careful with that. Even engaging with third-party text messaging services to notify your customers about events, deals, and even other order status, okay? If you look at each of your channels as an opportunity to engage and build brand awareness, you'll give confidence to your customers and potentially increase your customer base. I think in this day and age, people are very happy to share, you know, good experiences, share brands and businesses that are doing well. So I think that if you portray yourself well online, you know, you'll get the organic shares, and I think this is what everybody's striving for. If you have the resources, then you could look at writing guest posts or third-party websites to build your industry authority, and also engage your team to assist with regular podcasts and videos. The last one may be a bit of a stretch given the amount of time and effort it takes, but you know, if you really want to push the boat out, that's something you can do. Let's have a look at this. Right, digital signage. I know we've all seen screens in various outlets displaying adverts, products, and service information. Usually we see these in large chains, and they invest tens of thousands of pounds in sophisticated digital signage solutions. There are cloud-based solutions that can be accessible to small businesses that will provide the same customer experience and the same benefits to the business for a fraction of the price. The benefits of implementing such a solution will enable you to increase your brand awareness and ensure your customers are informed on your latest products and services. These solutions can also be used as a form of entertainment if you're integrating video content, and it could also reduce the pain of waiting for services in busy times. Again, we're focusing on customer journey and the customer experience, so definitely consider this. This type of system is also accessible via a browser-based dashboard, so you can manage single or multi-sites. If you have a multi-site business, it's quite easy to do that. And it will enable you to schedule different content at different times, and again, maximize your marketing opportunities at different times of the day. So a little bit more targeted marketing through your screens. And you could also, talking about revenue generation, if you have screens and you've invested in your screens and the service, you can also recoup some of that cost by offering partner brands some advertising space. I know some companies that are doing this quite successfully, and it works. Okay, so if you are thinking about doing that, then this is an option to kind of generate additional revenue for your business. Again, we're talking about things that, you know, that you can do passively without too much interaction. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, VoIP telephony. Most of you have got a BT line or a Virgin line or something with a fixed telephony and a telephone number, but it's soon going to be a thing of the past. VoIP telephony is growing in favor and provides many practical benefits. Consider a scenario where you are not on premises and your phone rings. No one answers the call and the leads to a potential sale go to waste. A VoIP solution can be accessed via a desk phone, via Wi-Fi or Ethernet. It can be accessed via a mobile device, PC, or laptop. In many cases, a VoIP solution offers easy-to-use online dashboards to manage how your calls are routed. For example, you can set it to ring 3 times on your desk phone before ringing on a mobile device. The customer has no idea that the call has been routed, and the owner or member of staff can respond to the call successfully on their mobile device. Consider another scenario. The current lockdown has meant on-premise calls have maybe not been answered due to the fixed landline. A VoIP handset can be disconnected and plugged into a home internet line with their Ethernet or connected to the Wi-Fi, and work as it did in the premises. So again, no more missed calls. If you take the system one step further and integrate the VoIP telephony system to a CRM system, you'll be able to see all of the interactions your customers have had with your business and even listen to the call recordings. This is hugely beneficial in the case of disputes or order checking. And today we're communicating via video calls, and it is becoming the norm. A good VoIP solution will come pre-baked with video conferencing facilities and meeting scheduling. It's probably one of the best choices for a unified communication option. For those who are reluctant to lose their existing telephone lines, that's not a problem. These telephone numbers that you've had for years and years can be ported over in a relatively short time, and we're talking within 7 days, as long as you're out of contract. Cloud bookkeeping. I don't know about you guys, but when I was running various businesses in the past and not using digital methods to capture my invoices and receipts, I was literally spending days and days every month or every quarter trying to put my accounts and papers together for my accountant. I always complained to my accountant, why didn't you give me a heads up that there was going to be a huge VAT bill coming my way? But simply put, I didn't give him the opportunity to do his job to his maximum. So, so what we're looking at is cloud bookkeeping systems and kind of trying to build in some automation into the process, okay? If you're not already using some sort of digital accounting software, you should try and move towards this soon. Digitizing your paperwork by scanning your receipts and invoices ensures your accountant has access to the information they need when they need it. This way, they can ensure your VAT and annual filings are on time. The simplicity of a system like Xero or FreshBooks, you guys must have heard of that, for example, allows you to use mobile devices to scan paperwork and also email digital receipts to be logged into the system on the go. If you integrate your POS solution with your accounting system, you can further streamline your accounting process by automatically logging daily ledgers into your system without any time required by yourself. So we've taken that burden away from you as well. Once you get used to working this way, you'll find you have more time to focus on your core business functions and, once again, your customers. Always about the customers. Okay, branded websites and mobile apps. These give customers different options on how to access your services and products. A dedicated mobile app can provide an excellent way to market your services and offer everything in one smart, neat little package. It can also use the built-in notifications to remind the customer of your brand, okay? If you treat your website and mobile app as an additional channel for your customers to access your business and your brand, you'll enable the customer journey to start even before they've entered your premises or even before they've spent £1. Just make sure your user experience is smooth. If any of you have got, dated websites, and I know a lot of people, they have in the back of their minds, oh, I need to do this, I need to speed this up. Just do it. Just do it, because if you're thinking it, then your customers are thinking it as well, and it's just putting them off your brand. So just get on with it.
Hi, Kamal, just to let you know, you need to wrap up a couple of minutes, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll speed through the next few. Okay, so curated music. A lot of people think that having branded music is only for hotels and large restaurant chains. That's not true. There are opportunities to affect the senses of your customers through audio as well, and it's just as important as the visual senses. Okay, so try and think about that. There are cloud-based solutions, so you don't need any expensive hardware, and you can do it quite cheaply. Cloud storage, I think we all know about Dropbox, OneDrive, and Box.com. The benefits of this is that you can basically access your files on the go. They offer incremental backups so that you don't need to worry about lost files, or if you edit a file incorrectly, you can always revert back to a specific point in time. So this is really, really good. If you need something that is a little bit more secure, a little bit more bespoke, then you should be looking at site-to-site VPN services combined with Amazon or Azure cloud servers. So you just need to have a little think about your business case, really. Right, GDPR. Okay, everybody has been crying about GDPR for the last few years, and a lot of people are not implementing it properly. With all of this systemization and all of the technology that you're going to be implementing and looking at, you've got to make sure that you're GDPR compliant. You're storing data, you're using third-party platforms, but you yourself are, at the end of the day, responsible for your customers' data. You should leverage the GDPR compliance documentation from your third-party online platform providers, and you must ensure you have got policies in place for handling the data, and specify who is responsible for making that data available in the, for the customer if they wish to gain access, okay? So to summarize, that was a really quick, sorry about the last two. Digital solutions help you focus on your core business. Customer experience should be a priority. Track and enhance this over time. Use the data to steer and grow your business. Train your team to work effectively and efficiently, and to embrace technology, but you must always listen to their feedback, because this is what is going to drive the change in your processes and workflow. Okay, it's really important. Put processes and workflows in place to stay up to date with everything. If you need to document it, go ahead and do it. And finally, focus on the things you love to do and automate or outsource the ones you don't. The best thing you can do for your business is to basically play to your strengths. If you're a chef and you are doing 100 other things, you know, you need to try and find a way of taking the burden off your shoulders. So in that respect, you can focus more on the things you like to do and the things that you're good at, right? So I think this goes for most industries. And that is the end. I've just got one final thing. Thank you all for listening to me. I know for some of you, oh, hold on one second. Thank you all for some of you, some of the things I've talked about you're already doing, and for some of you, you're not. But the important thing is to really ensure you've assessed your needs before embarking on any of your technologies and solutions available. There is no one-size-fits-all or cookie-cutter approach to running a business. At the end of the day, services are available to ensure you're able to spend more time focusing on your core business rather than trying to juggle the various aspects of the operation. You just need to make sure you're doing what is right for your business and give it the chance to thrive. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kamal. That was, I can't believe how much you crammed into that 20 minutes. That was a lot of content, and really valuable as well. I was screenshotting as we were going along because I know that I'm going to need to remember it later.
I'm going to make the presentation available for anybody who needs it.
Great, thank you. We do a recording as well. I know Piyush has got it all on his YouTube as well for anybody that wants to refer back, because you probably will need to with all of that information. But I mean, you know, the reason we got Kamal in is because the reliance on technology is going to be much heavier than ever before, I think. And, you know, things like you've spoken about in terms of what we can do. I know a lot of people have been thinking about the solution to all of that. So, you know, contactless payments, contactless ordering, even the menus, the QR codes and stuff like that. What a lot of people ask, so you've obviously focused on the cloud-based solutions, but a lot of people have been wondering about what the downside is to a cloud-based solution compared to a hardware for your particular business. Okay,
right. So first of all, any solution that requires hardware is going to have an immediate outlay cost to it. Once a lot of the technology companies that selling hardware, they rely on the sales of those hardware to basically keep you with them for a longer period of time, because they know that you invested in that product. When it comes to cloud, you're literally, you're not tied to any solution. You can move from one solution to the other. And I think that in business, you have to stay agile. So if you're in a situation where you're not happy with your EPOS provider, for example, well, there should be nothing tying you in. There should be nothing to stop you from moving to another cloud-based solution. In terms of the downsides, I know that a lot of people will say, okay, what if my internet goes down? How do I basically run my business? Because it basically chokes my business. Actually, what's happening now is that instead of people just focusing on that, what they're doing is they're finding that implementing a secondary internet line is an option depending on the scale of your business, and most definitely having a 4G backup. The other thing that is good with cloud is that if you have mobile devices, tablets with SIM cards, etc., even mobile dongles, you can still access the services, regardless. Okay, so you could also argue if you're on premise and you get a power cut, how do you basically use those cloud servers? How do you use your on-premise service if you've got no power? But the thing is, we know that if you're using a laptop, you're using tablets and using anything which has got an inbuilt battery, you can still continue doing business. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. So you've got to weigh up your options, so that's my response to that. Does that answer what your question?
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, there's risks and everything, isn't there? So even with the hardware, there's nothing stopping that from going wrong. So if you're thinking about risks, it's both ways.
Exactly. I think just for a business to stay agile and to not be tied down is key, because you've got to change, you've got to move all the time, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Has anybody got any questions for Kamal before we wrap up? No? Good. I think you covered so much, Kamal, that you can't possibly have any questions after that. So thank you so much for such a comprehensive presentation today. I'm going to pass on to Piyush.